Hello, my viewers. Today seems like another day. It's like some sort of a cycle that you have to repeat. My presentations are mainly based on spirituality, self development, sacred geometry, and celestial beings, which includes angels and other deities. I'm here to talk about spirituality as a subject and topic that people never really had clarity for. Spirituality and science are two sides of the same coin. Spirituality is based much on intuition and spiritual understanding. But when it comes to science, science is based on proof, experiments. We all know how science is. In science, not only in schools, but science is generally a subject that needs proof, needs experiments, it needs control experiments to compare between this statement and this statement. There is no experiment and proof in spirituality, but that proves that you incur in spirituality are not intended. And that is what keeps you going on in your spiritual path. Many of us have looked at spirituality in a shallow way. We've looked at spirituality in a religious way. We find things like many other aspects and teachings on religion and how each and every tribe perceives God. And God is one big broad thing which is divided according to religious practices that we have in the world today. In Hinduism, we have this belief that God is in three forms: the God of destruction, the God of creation, and the God of nourishing. You will figure out that except from Hinduism, many of these other religions have got a common norm, which is that God is a superior being and superior to man, and we humans seek for guidance from this superior being. And in essence, you will discover that religion is man-made and people came up with various theories on how they have to believe in God. But one thing that I still do not understand is that if religion, or let me say, if salvation is something that you deserve and it's a must that you must achieve it, then why should somebody else come and explain it to you? Why can't you know it on your own? Why can't you figure out your own salvation? Why should somebody come and tell you how you are going to be saved? Why isn't it something that is programmed inside you already so that salvation becomes a matter of a straightforward thing? So if you look at things really closely, you will get to realize that religion is sort of a blindfold. Okay, let's take for instance, I'm not trying to be blasphemous, but when you look at things properly, you will figure out that before the white man, was there Christianity in here? And then a white man came in Africa and brought slavery. He traded the black man like it's animals, put the black man on ships, tied him with chains like an animal. It really hurts me when I get to think about this, but the whole important point we need to know is that white man did black man dirty, and due to his guilty conscience, the white man had to find a way for the black man not to retaliate. This is not my idea. You know, there is a point where the slaves in those times reached a point where they would want to attack the white man. Black men could almost retaliate. My whole point is that after the white men treated the black man like, I don't know, but that was a very ill treatment. So that the black man doesn't retaliate. The white man, I don't know how most people don't get to think and realize when the black man was about to retaliate, they used that against him. And because of the guilty conscience, they told the black man that when you revenge, it's a sin. What kind of a religion is that? People thought that I was insane when I made up my mind to say I'm not religious anymore. But it's a choice that I found to be so, beneficial in a way that it changed the way I think. It changed my mind. It changed the way I see things. Everything just brightened up. My eyes were wide awakened. I could see with a clear insight, crystal clear view of everything around me. So sometimes we make choices, but we don't regret. Why? It's because there's something good that comes out of it. I wouldn't accept to be blindfolded and brainwashed to say that God is found in heaven and is seated at this chair, and then on the right side of his chair, there's this and that. Okay, quite alright. It's a way to describe how glorious God would be. But some stories, though, let's try to think about them in terms of fiction as well. The Bible may be kind of symbolic sometimes as to the way how I see it. It's a symbolic thing. Talk about the pineal gland. How Jacob rested on that rock, used it as his pillow. He saw a staircase going to heaven, and he named that place pineal. And that is the pineal gland in your brain. It is where you connect with God from, that pineal gland. If you think what I'm thinking of is insane, then I think there is something that you need to work on, like your perception of things.